Hi guys, very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to the video number 429 and my name is Ajay Parmar. Today we are going to talk about another use of offset function, right? Yesterday also I talked about this offset function. Yesterday, or I think day before yesterday, you saw that, and a couple of you have even liked the video and shared your comments as well. Thank you so much for that, for your love, for your support. And today we are going to pull out another email from one of my subscribers, and so let's see actually what he has to say. And by the way, if you're watching the channel for the first time, that's my channel name, youtube.com/c/Ajay Kumar Parmar. Enjoy all these 429 videos on Excel, Excel VBA, MS Access and Access VBA. And you just need to, if you want to see all these playlists, guys, these are all the playlists which I have created. You can see on the left side, right? So any video talks about the Excel VBA, it has a title Excel VBA in it, and you can see this is Excel VBA Access interview questions. If you are looking for job change, and or maybe you're just about to start your career, you are a student and you wanna kind of get the hang of how the Excel and the VBA Access interviews questions they come, please go and watch this series. You will find here almost 35-36 videos, right? So all these are the playlists, and I have now sorted out a big time problem for all of you, because you have been writing me emails, you have been even messaging me that if you want to start, then how to start, because there are so many videos here. So guys, these are all the playlists which I have created. Watch in this particular sequence, and this is what you see here, Excel offset function. Now before I start this video, let me just make this thing very clear that if you don't know anything about the offset, this video may sound very boring to you. So please do not dislike it, okay? So what you need to do is you need to just go to the playlist offset function and watch the first two videos there. They are already in the proper sequence, and then come back and see this video. But if you want to stick to that, no problems, stick to this video and see how, get the idea about the offset. This is one of my favorite function. We use a lot in the dashboard summary report, and of course in the Excel VBA we use it a lot, right? Okay, so now before I start, I'm going to take 1 minute of yours, because I think I deserve that. After all, I have been with you from the last 2.5 years, and I have uploaded so many videos for you guys. So please just bear with me for just 1 minute, because maybe for seconds, because I have to share two wonderful comments I just received from my two subscribers. The first is Gavith, actually 12 hours ago he commented on this channel. I have no idea why you don't have 100,000 plus subscribers. Deserve it, you're doing a great job, thank you. Well, that's very emotional. Nobody actually I think you are the second one who commented and said that I really deserve a lot of subscribers, and thank you so much. And if you're loving it, it doesn't matter. Subscribers, they keep on coming, that's okay. But whosoever is watching the video, it makes a sense to them. That's actually what is my actually aim behind uploading these videos, right? That's why, guys, you see advanced videos on this channel, basic videos, intermediate videos, every sort of video you see on that. And there is one more good news which I got it. Mayank Kumar 5 hours ago posted, "Thanks sir, I love your videos. I got a job as MIS executive by watching and practicing your videos." Wow, thumbs up to you. I wish you best of luck for your career, and I'm extremely overjoyed when I actually saw your comment that somebody actually taken the help from this channel and cleared the Excel test. So good luck to you, and stay in touch. Anytime if you have any issues, let me know about it, or you can visit my website as well, excelvbalover.com, and you can see there my online courses as well. Alright, so let's now come to the real question. Okay, so guys, this is the just as usual, I'm going to show the comment. So this is what actually one of my subscriber, Vaibhav Pawar, he wrote this email long time back. Hope you're doing good. I just came up with the query and I was looking for the solution. My attached file contains 3 tables and sheet 1. This is the snapshot he has shared with me, which I have already prepared for you to save the time. What I wanted is, if I type table 1 in the sheet 2 in cell A2, I want my table 1 to be displayed on the sheet 2. If I type table 2, whole table should get displayed to the sheet 2. Are there any possibilities for this thing? Of course, there are a lot of possibilities, my dear friend. If you know Excel, you can do it in Excel. If you know Excel VBA, you can do it in Excel VBA as well, right? So now let's come to the real this situation. So guys, these are the three tables in front of you, as you can see here. So I have just prepared this, the data I have used this, the headers from him, and so this is where we have the table 1. So I'm going to write here table 1. This is mandatory for me. I should write this table 1, table 2, because I'm going to use the offset function here, and then you write the table 3. Okay, well, I see that in your snapshot you have used the merge option. Merge, there is this option, actually you merge and center. That's okay, you can do that, there's no problem, but still you have to write this somewhere. So if you're just going to merge it, not a problem, you can merge it, I don't mind, we can merge it, but then we will have to actually see that from where we want to start. So I would still go ahead and actually I write this table 1 somewhere which my user should not be able to see. So maybe I can link this cell here, and maybe then I can link this cell here, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to figure it out that what is the row number of these tables as you required. So this is the table sheet 1, guys. Here we have the sheet 1, and then now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in the sheet 2, and this is where what he has to say, that if we select anything in the table A1, so let's create the drop down. Alt DL is the shortcut key. You can use this data validation, and I'm just going to write here the table 1 name. Please don't do any typo mistake, write the same table names, right? Table 3. Okay, so this is what I have done. Again, Alt DL, guys, right? This is the shortcut, D and L. Okay, now the drop down is created, and I can see here my drop down is done. You can also use the data and the validation, that's all up to you. You can click on the data validation, and this is a very common feature. I hope all of you know that. After all, we are going to talk about something really intermediate level of the stuff, so these are the very basic things. So of course I'm going to give it a, maybe you can put some images here, some text kind of a sort of formatting. You can do that. I just keep it simple. I mean, not really going to put some images or sort of that stuff, but sure, I will remove the grid lines from here, and that's how I'm going to do it, right? And you can also use some arrow signs, or maybe you can go in the Google and search for the arrow images. You'll get here, they are very beautiful images. So for example, that's how sort of this stuff you can use. So I can maybe use this kind of a arrow sign. If you just want to use it, I'll just delete that, because that's not the purpose of this video. As simple as that, guys. Now what is the next thing I want to do? Well, the next thing I want to do is I want to display my data here. Okay, maybe in this area. So maybe I can select this table, and I just put the bordering here. Now what I want to do is, so first of all, guys, you got to actually say that, let me explain you again the offset function. So how the offset function works. So offset, you got to tell offset that you please start maybe from here. Okay, you start the reference from here, which is C3, or maybe from here, and then find it out where is the row number of this table 1. I'm going to capture the row number of the table 1, and then from here it goes to that table, or maybe from here. And so let's say, so first of all, let me make it very simple. So here we're going to capture the row number. How you find the row number? You use the match function. So you go in this, and you're just going to select this table and 0. That's it. So you get to see here 13. Now what is 13, guys? Yesterday also I explained this. So 13 actually is the row number, right? So we now can see that the row number as the row number, okay, it's saying row number 13. So why the 13 is coming? I guess it's coming because of the reason that because when you start counting from here, so the table which I have selected, table 2, this is where it stops. So we have this 13 row number, and I think this is fine, right? We are okay with that. So we have the 13, and if I just go and change this table 1, it would give me the 3. Wow, this is great. So I have now the row number. Now what you want to do now, guys, when you write the offset, how you write the offset? For example, when I write the offset function, again I will definitely brief you about it, okay, but in details you can go and watch those videos under the playlist Excel offset function. Okay, now reference means that you start from somewhere. Now I'm going to start from C1, right, so that it should adjust with the match row. Now from the C1, you know that if I move 3 rows down, I'm going to get table 1, but because this is an offset function, so here the row and the column parameter starts from 0. You can't start it from 1, right? So for that, if it starts from 0, then this has to be 0, 1 and 2. So this is going to be 2, and obviously because I'm on the same column number, so I'm just going to write here 0, and you see that I get the table 1. Now what if I need the name? Because that's what I need. So guys, what you do, you just change the column number to 1, because I go 2 rows down and then 1 column to the right side, and you have your name. Okay, similarly when you write the function here, again you will do the same stuff. I'm just going to keep my this, you know, this particular piece, the starting point as fixed C1, and how many rows I need to go, again 0 1 2, same number of rows, but this time the column would be 0 1 and 2. So I'm gonna write here 2. So in this way guys, you will have your last name coming. So what is the point? The point is, first of all, so in the offset, if you look at this offset, basically reference is something which is very important, from where you starting and how many rows you are supposed to move down and how many columns you are supposed to move left to right, or maybe in the reverse direction, that depends, right? But here everything is on the left to right. So now I already got the row number here. You know, this 2 which I'm writing, next time when I drag it, I will be needing this row number as 3, because if you start from here and you want to get this number, this person, you definitely want 0 1 2 3. So you know, that's what basically the plan is all about. So this is the plan guys, right? So now you know, what we basically are going to do here is, I'm going to first of all pick up these headers, okay, or maybe you can, you know, keep these headers as it is, because you know that the headers would remain same. So I can just copy these headers, right? So you just make this in this way. Now obviously we don't need this, so I should have taken care of it. So I just say that I don't need the border. Okay, so this is how I'm just going to make the table. Alright, so the headers are there. Now I'm going to say offset. Let's start guys. What is my reference? My reference is going to be this. Okay, you can keep any reference, but depending upon your reference, number of rows in the columns will change, right? So I keep it this C1. Now what is the next thing I want to do? Well, the next thing I want to do is I want to go to the row number. Which row number? Well, the row number which is captured by match function. But remember, match returned 3 for this table 1. And if I just say that I want to go 3 rows down, this is going to be 0 1 2 3. It's gonna pick up, you know, the puja, which is, I think, perfect, right? So I think it suits our requirement. So I go and select this row number as 3. Since I'm, you know, actually toggling between these two sheets, so sheet 2 name inserted, but I do need that because I'm writing the formula, you know, within the same sheet. I hope you know that. That's a very simple thing. So now what is the column number I need? Well, for the column number I need is, I think we need the column number 0. Let me see that, I forgot. So if I start from C1, okay, so if I start from C, then I think I need the column number 1, right? Because I want to go to this person Pooja. So guys, I'm going to simply write here 1, okay, this way. And similarly, you know, when you move this left to right, you would have to go to the column number 2 and on the same row number, right? So what we can do is we can write here 1, and I can simply drag this and I can make this series, right? 1 2 3 4. So I just create the series here. Alright, this is how I can do that. Or maybe you can do one thing, if you, because I thought that, you know, we can link this cell with this. I think that is also a good option, you know, you can do that. But there is another way. You can also, you know, instead of this, you can also use the column function. So let's say I want to capture the column number of the same cell. So right now I'm writing this function in A cell, in A5. So the column number of A5 is going to be obviously 1. So if I just press enter, you see that I get to see here, you know, this person Pooja. So maybe you don't need that, right? So you know, I'm telling you all the option. By the way, if you don't know the column function guys, this is a column function. If I don't enter anything in the parameter and I press enter, it's gonna give me the column number of the same cell. So if you drag it, you know, that's what you get to see. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. You know, the same function in the last exercise, like we use the row number. So this is how it is, right? So this is what I'm going to do. Now once you have here this you know, the row is coming from here, so obviously I will be so what I need is, now when I drag this function down, your sheet C1 is going to change to sheet C2. okay, so from the sheet 2 it's gonna move 3 rows down. So let's see if we can do that. So let's say I'm here in the C1 right now. The moment you drag this, let me show you if this is going to work or not. So let's drag this. Alright guys, so you now get to see here table 1. Now why we are actually getting here table 1, I'll tell you the reason. Because basically your row number is changed now, it's 0, right? It should have been 3, right? So let's go back to this formula and just freeze this table. Let me freeze because you don't need you know, so when you drag this function, you want to ensure that, you know, whatever the row number you're actually getting, if you drag it down, let me show you. If you drag it down, what will happen, you will get the same answer again. Okay, so now what are you getting here? Same answer, I mean that you get the, you know, the value from the same table, right? So now you get to see Aman. Now why are you actually getting here Aman? That's very interesting. In fact, if you further go down, you know, you get to see all the values. Wonderful. That's why, you know, I love this function. Let me explain you. Now listen to this, guys, very carefully. Now I said that you go in the C1 and pick up, go how many rows down? 3 rows down, and on the column number 1, you know, the column number 1, because I'm writing this function, I have not actually used any parameter over here, so it's gonna take the column number of the same cell where I'm writing the formula, and I'm writing the formula in the A5, so this is going to take the formula of A5. Okay, so that's how it is. Now, so in the C1 it goes and it moves, you know, how many rows? It moves 3 rows down. So that means from here 0, 1, 2 and 3, and then 1 column. So we got the puja, right? Now very interestingly, what happened when you drag this function down, your reference, guys, is changed to C2. So now you are on the C2 and the row number is not changed. That's what the beauty of this function. I could have freeze this C1, but in this exercise I'm not going to. If you saw my last, you know, yesterday video, I think the day before yesterday, you know, yesterday video, you saw that we freeze the C2, but here I don't have to freeze. Why? Because this is going very parallelly with my data. So now I'm saying that from the C2 move how many rows? 3 rows. And how many columns? Obviously the column of A6 is also going to give you the same answer because you are on the A column, so answer would come as 1. So basically you are saying that offset me from C2 by 3 rows and 1 column. So now you are on the C2. This is where you are your starting point. Now from here, how many rows you're supposed to move? 3 rows. 0, 1, 2, 3. You got the 3. So, and the row column number 1. So guys, that means your reference is changing. So every time the reference is gonna change, you will have your the row number, this 3, which is fixed. So this is what you're saying. First of all, you're saying from here move the 3 rows down. It stops here and the 1 column, and then you say that from here now move 3 rows, so it's gonna pick up this, and then you're saying that from here, you know, pick up this, and then from here go 3 rows again down. So that's the plan, right? That's what we need, right? So I just go and drag this function, right? And obviously it is expected that we get to see here 0, 0, 0 table 2 and table name, because it's an offset function, right? So maybe you can make sure that you know how many rows basically you have, and you can do that sort of stuff. Or maybe you can put the if condition as well, that if the value if this entire value returns 0, okay, then it should, you know, give you the space. But then in that case, this is something which is not 0. So I would suggest you don't keep the extra, you know, the range, because we always know our range. I just delete that and I keep my range fixed here to this level. Now if I drag this left to right, what's gonna happen? Let me see that. You see that you get to see here 22. Why are you getting here 22? You're getting here this 22. What's wrong with that? Let's have a look. Now I'm saying, if I press F2, now what happened, I'm saying that my, obviously this reference is changed to D1, starting point is D1. Here it was C1. So obviously, you know, now you're on the D1, because when you move left to right, your formula actually increments the column number. So now your starting point is this, and from here, now when you say that I want to move 1 column, 2 columns basically, because why 2 columns? Because guys, if you look at this formula, this column number will return what? You are writing this formula in the B column, so it's gonna return 2 to you. So do you need that 2? No, you don't need that 2, right? So what we can do is, I think so because my reference is also changing, which is my D1, so even if I, let's say if I from C1 to D1 I go again, I would require, you know, the same stuff, which is I need to go 3 rows down and then the 1 column. So maybe we can do one thing. We can actually, instead of using this column, then you know what we can do is we can use here A1, because A1 is always going to give me the column number of 1, because you know, so there is a difference, guys. Look at this. It should be very much clear to you. I'll try to explain again. Now I didn't actually pass in any parameter here, so what happened, it returned me the column number of I. If I drag this, you know, 9, 10, 11, 12 would come. But what if I want to drag this formula left to right and I want 9, 9, 9 everywhere? Then what you're gonna do, then obviously what I will do is I will select this any of this I cell, I1, I2, I3, it doesn't matter, because as long as it is I, it's not gonna give you any different answer would be 9, but this time you will freeze it. Okay, so you're gonna freeze this, because when you're gonna freeze this, there's I think some spelling mistakes, let me remove that. Yeah, so when there is a I1, you're gonna freeze that, it will not change left to right, and your number will remain 999, right? If you need the 1 here, because in our exercise we need the 1, so definitely I will pick up the A1, right, or A2, whatever is, I mean the A column, so you'll get to see here, you know, this 1 1 1. So guys, that's the same thing I want to do here. So here I will simply write A1, and I'm just going to freeze that, because my reference will keep on changing. So according to that reference, I think the row number 3 and the column number 1 is going to suit. Okay, so there we go. So now let me drag this and let's see that. Alright, we got this, and we got the age. Wow, this is so beautiful, right? I'm loving this. Thank you so much for putting up this question. Indeed, it's a very good question. So guys, you have got every name here. I hope you're able to understand what's happening, because you know, when you move down, what happens, your so your row number 3 and column number 1 remains everywhere. So basically for the downward movement, you're saying that from here move 3 rows down, so this is where it, you know, stops, and the 1 column also left to right. And then again, when you're dragging it, your reference starts from here. Again you're saying 3 rows down, 0 1 2 and 3, and then 1 column to the, you know, right side. Perfect. And then again you're saying that, because this is, we have kept that reference, you know, open, relative position we have given to it, so this is going to change now. From the C3 it will move 3 rows again, 0 1 2 3, so you have this, you know, Akshay coming. So the same way, when you have your reference here as C1, and when you're going to drag this from left to right, C1 will obviously change to D1. So now from the D1, what I'm saying, move 3 rows down, 0 1 2 3, and 1 column. So this is the 1 column. And again then when you drag that left to right, that your reference changes from D1 to E1, and then you have 0 1 2 3 and 1 column to the left. So basically we have totally freeze the row part and the column part, as simple as that, right? So now this is done, and now it will be interesting to see that how it is going to work if I change this to table 2. Now first of all, if I change this to table 2, what will happen, this row number will change. So match is going to pick up the you know, table 2, and it's going to find it out that in this C2C, what is the position of the table 2, and I think it's gonna return 13. Okay, so 13 means that this is going to be 13. So what will happen, this offset, you know, here it started search from the C1 and it goes 13 rows down. So from C1 it's gonna move 13 rows, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13, and then 1 column to the right side. So I think you will get your new value. So on the same concept, guys, this is going to work. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, we got it. So obviously this table 3, you need to take care of this. Make sure that, you know, your table should be you know, it should be to the not going to actually use the other ranges. So for that I'll give you the solution. What you can do, I have created only 4-5 blank spaces. You create more spaces, right, so that when you give the extra buffer, it should not change. For example, if I just right now create some, let me just insert some rows. So there we go. So I just select this and I see that insert rows. So insert, okay, further insert, and again let me select these values and I insert. Okay, so same way you can do here. You can insert the rows. Let me insert the rows. So we have the rows, again insert some more rows. Right now, you know, there is a lot of gap, and here you won't get to see that values, because you would be knowing your table maximum end point, right? So that's how it is, right? And the row number is dynamic, so no wonders we don't have to rework on it, because now the row number which we were getting as 13, it is now 19, because the formula is dynamic. The only thing which you need to do is, we just write here that if the output of this entire function is 0, then let's display it as a blank. Otherwise, just go by this function. Simple, right? And this is how it is. Let me press enter, and I'm just going to drag this to the left and right, and there we go, guys. So we have a formula prepared. If I select table 3, Okay, so I get the table 3 values. You can see that this is the table 3 values. If I select table 2, we got the table 2 values. We select the table 1, we got the table 1 values. Fantastic. Not because I have recorded the video, because your question was so great, right? So I hope all of you who are watching this video, you would have taken today a great help from this video. And if you still, I mean, are not able to understand what exactly happened here, you didn't really understand the entire thing, guys, you know, you need to go and first clear your doubts on the basics of offset. So please go and click on the Excel offset function playlist and watch the first 2 videos there, and then maybe you can watch this again. And in fact there are 2 more videos there. I think there are 4 or 5 videos there, and so first 2 videos are very important, and then you can watch any video randomly, right? So that's it, and thank you so much, Mr. Pawar, for this wonderful question. Keep writing me in, and guys, as always, do subscribe to the channel, because somebody today said that my channel actually is worth of, you know, more than 100,000 subscribers. So you got to make it happen, right? Anyways, I enjoyed this session and I hope you enjoyed it as well, and now I'm signing off. I'll talk to you very soon with some another exciting stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and take care of yourself.